Hello everyone, welcome to the Easy Auto channel. Today we're working on this 1988 Nissan 300ZX. It has like a leaky slave clutch cylinder. Let's put the car on the stand and start working. I will put a link in the description below about how I put the C on the jack stand. I will remove the secondary clutch cylinder, the hydraulic hose, and remove the dampener, and then the flare nut is at. If I cannot remove the hydraulic hose, I will remove everything circled in red in one unit, and then I will replace the part with a new secondary clutch cylinder, a hydraulic hose from 1982 Nissan 280ZX, and then a homemade bracket. Yeah, the homemade bracket is like is replace the dampener because I want to delete that unit because like it's old and I cannot find replacement.
I'm going to spray some WD-40 here, 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 and here. All right. I'll probably wait about like 5 to 10 minutes. Let it soak a little bit before taking it apart. Let's put on the tool. And then break it loose. Alright, it's good. It's loose. Oh, come on. Alright, that one's good. Alright. Okay, so this one is rusted in there. I cannot remove it. So I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the secondary secondary cylinder, the line, and the dampener at the same time. So it's just like a whole one piece. Since I'm going to replace it anyway. And now for the dampener, I need to remove this bolt and one right and this bolt, two bolts. Right here. Alright, so I'm going to use 12mm box wrench for this side, and then a 12mm dip socket for this bolt. I should work. Yeah, for like the 12mm dip socket, I have to pull this bracket down a little bit to make this fit. Make sure it's like snug. Those bolts are super rusty. Need to be really careful. Alright, there we go. It's pretty. Okay, it's a good sign. It's pretty easy. Yeah, I broke this loose already. So now just to remove it. The same thing on this one. Alright, I don't drop the bolt. Okay, it's good, it's good, it's good. And the bracket. Alright, so let's see. Alright, the dampener. Okay, that's good. So now the only thing left, I need to remove this flare nut and then remove those 14mm bolt and then take out the whole unit. And alright, the unit is out. So make sure you have a catch band underneath. Yeah, so it's like catch all the drips. So that's the old unit right here. That's the old one. Alright, yes. Alright, there's a secondary clutch cylinder, and I just did a rough measurement with this line underneath. That's the one I want to use. That's like the 13 inches one. So now the install process just like reverse everything. Alright, let's do it. I probably install like the lines first, because I don't want to have any like kink and twist when I try to turn like one end and then try to turn another end. So I'm going to put this in first, make it snug, and then do the flare nut to the hot line second. Alright, so I just did install the line. Now just go underneath. Install. Oh, you know what? Man. Yep, there's some quick cleanup. Okay. Alright, good and tight. Yeah, turn it by hand until like you can turn it, and then like a snug it with 3/8. You're good to go. Since we remove the clutch dampener and replace it by a piece of brick hose, so the hose is like a dangling, nothing to support it. So I think that's a bad idea because it put too much stress on the brick line and the brick hose. So I crawl underneath the vehicle and then use a piece of cardboard or flyer you can find in a mailbox. I just like stick it where the dampener at for the clutch, and then bend to the angle I need to hold the line, and then with the brick hole clips like this. Oh. Like that. So that's the setup. So this side is like the frame of the vehicle, and now I can hold the brake line and go to the secondary clutch cylinder. So this is my template Oh, and also like a poke two holes where like the bowl at for the clutch damper. I'm going to reuse the same bolt and the hole. So this is my template. I need to transfer this to a piece of aluminum and then cut out what I need and then bend the angle and then try it. Let's see. All right. So this is the holes for the bolt, and here's the notch for the brake line, and here's a bracket, and this line is where I want to make the bend. All right, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it and then save this piece just in case I screw up. And then probably after that, just tracing the lines and then cut out the shape and then do the bending. So I'm going to use some like hand saw, and a sawzall to the cutting. So safety glasses. Oh, if you can, grab a pair of earplugs. It is really loud with the angle grinder. Yeah, I think the only corner left, I'll use a handsaw to crop it. Alright, this is the saw I'm going to use. the cropping saw and like a and I use this like a really fine sawtooth one. It say it can cut through like a non-iron metal, so I'm using aluminum, so it should be good. Well, it worked pretty well. I'm gonna do something a little bit different for this. Because this notch right here is for this part of the brake line. So I'm going to measure what is the diameter of this groove, and then I pick a drill bit with the similar size, it might be slightly bigger, and then just drill a couple holes on it. So it will give me this like a nice round finish at the end of the notch. Yeah, it will give me like a nice finish at the end of the notch, like right here. Yeah, like here. Alright, let me grab a caliper. So it's about like a ½ inches. Okay, let me find a drill bit. It's about ½ inches. Alright, let's do a dry fit. Too small. This opening is still too small. I need to open that up. Alright, it fit. So the only thing left is probably screwing the holes, one here, and then make the bend, and then probably smooth out all the sharp edges. And I can try it to see that will it fit under the car. All right, let's sharpen the edges first. It's too sharp. So smooth out, not sharp out, my bad. All right, I smooth out all the edges and then round up the top a little bit. Pretty much round by quite a bit. So now I'm going to reuse the stock bolt. So that's the hole for the bolt. So I'm going to measure how big it is. What's the diameter? It's about 0.305. I'll probably pick something slightly bigger. So let's see. What's this? .37. That's probably good enough. That's a 3X. I'm going to use something small to start it first and then make it bigger. I'm going to use like a 1/8 in first and then switch to 3X. All right, it works. Like same thing on another side. All right, that's good. Alright, so the next step is follow this line and make the bend. Maybe something like this. So trim it at the edge of my little vise and bend it by hand. All right, I'm going to try it. I'm going to reuse the hold from the clutch dampener. So here's the line. And so slide in the bracket to the slot of the new clutch hose, and then we use the old bolt, not a line like this. Oh, don't forget the bracket for this emergency brake line. I'm going to do the install and then show you the final result. So the bolt, the bracket for the e-brake, and then a bolt in the back. I use a 12mm deep socket. It will do the trick. And don't forget to slide in, I don't know what I call, clip, a locking pin. I mean more like a clip. Oops. And then make the line hold in place. I need two hands. Like, sorry guys. Oops. Alright, the new clip's in. So the only thing left is tighten the clutch hose line. Make sure it's good and tight, and then double check the hose going to the secondary clutch cylinder, and I can start bleeding the clutch. Alright, so 19 on the hose, and then 10 millimeter on the hot line. I usually tied it by the wrench until like I kind of tied it with a small amount of like force, and then just like I give a little bit like a quick snap, maybe like a quarter turn, and then now again add some brake fluid back to the reservoir, bleed the systems, and then check for leaks. I'm going to crack open the bleeder valve. Yeah, this one is 8 mil. It might be different on different like manufacturer. That's good. Slide in my homemade. Let's see. I should crack open a little bit and hook up to my homemade brake slash clutch bleeder bottle. Right, I just need to open a little bit. Right, I'm going to add some brake fluid, and then yeah, and then pump the clutch pedal and see what's going on. Hey, give me a second. I need to grab a funnel. I don't want to spill brake fluid over the place, but it will eat up the paint. Alright, grab a funnel, a clean one, and then now I can start adding brake fluid. Alright, that's good enough. And then go underneath the car and take a look. I hope the gravity do some work and pull the fluid. It might be slow. Let's take a look. Alright, nothing coming out. Alright, I'm going to pump the brakes. Sorry, not brakes. I'm going to pump the clutch pedal. Alright, it looks like something coming out. It's good. So I'm going to keep pumping the clutch pedal and keep adding fluid until this entire line filled with a clean clutch fluid or brake fluid with no bubble. Alright, the blending's done, but I found it leaks. It's leaking from here. I hope you can see the wet spot. So I need a copper washer gasket to fix that. And let me see if I have that or not. Well, then remove it anyway. Okay, I will be back. I grabbed this a copper washer kit from the local auto parts store, and here's the secondary cylinder, and that's the one it fit here. Come on. Yeah, just like that. It should work. So now go back down to the car and then tighten it down, see what will happen. Alright, after I don't know how many tries, so now I gained the pedal feel from the clutch, and seems like no more bubble in the line already. So I can tighten the bleeding valves. That's good. And then check the reservoir, make sure it's topped off. Now it's dry. I think that's good enough. Alright, so here's the clutch pedal. Now we push down to it. It bounced right back, and the clutch feels good. Okay. Yeah, now I can feel the pressure point. Before I feel nothing. I believe it's the bad secondary clutch cylinder. Okay, it's good. Here, it's good here. I make sure to put the cap back on, and then go underneath the car, check for leaks again. I'm going to step on the clutch pedal and let's see if any leaks coming, and also I can see how the secondary clutch secondary clutch cylinder react. Okay. Alright, let's look closer. Alright, it's dry. Okay, so the copper water trick fixed the leaks here. That's good. Any other one I want to check for leak is here. Okay, it's dry. Everything's still attached. The bracket still work the way it should. I think it's good.
Don't forget to leave a comment below, subscribe, and share the video to your friend. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.